1. Control-C copy selected cells or text. 2. Control-X cut selected cells or text. 3. Control-V paste copied or cut cells or text. 4. Control-Z undo the last action. 5. Control-Y redo the last action. 6. Control-A select all cells in the current worksheet. 7. Control-B apply or remove bold formatting. 8. Control-I apply or remove italic formatting. 9. Control-U apply or remove underline formatting. 10. Control-S save the current workbook. 11. Control-O open an existing workbook. 12. Control-P print the current worksheet. 13. Control-F open the Find dialog box to search for specific content. 14. Control-H open the Replace dialog box to find and replace specific content. 15. Control-N create a new workbook. 16. Control-W close the current workbook. 17. Control-F4 close the current workbook window. 18. Control-Tab switch between open workbooks or worksheets. 19. Control-Shift-Tab move to the previous workbook or worksheet. 20. Control-Page up move to the previous worksheet. 21. Control-Page down move to the next worksheet. 22. Control-Home move to the beginning of the worksheet. 23. Control-End move to the last cell with content in the worksheet. 24. Control-Arrow keys move to the last filled cell, in the direction of the arrow key. 25. Control-Shift-Arrow keys select a range of cells.
26. Control-Spacebar select the entire column of the active cell. 27. Shift-Spacebar select the entire row of the active cell. 28. Control-Shift-F display the Format Cells dialog box. 29. Control-Shift-P insert a new page break. 30. Control-Shift-L apply or remove the filter for the selected range. 31. Control-Shift-C copy the cell formatting from the selected cells. 32. Control-Shift-V paste only the cell formatting to the selected cells. 33. Control-Shift-N create a new worksheet. 34. Alt-Insert the sum function to calculate the total of the selected range. 35. Alt-Shift-F1 insert a new worksheet. 36. Alt-F4 close the Excel application. 37. Alt-Enter start a new line within a cell. 38. Alt-Tab switch between open applications or windows. 39. Alt-Shift-Arrow keys adjust the column width or row height to fit the content. 40. Control-Alt-V open the Paste Special dialog box. 41. Control-1 open the Format Cells dialog box for the selected cells. 42. Control-2 apply or remove bold formatting to the selected cells. 43. Control-5 apply or remove strike through formatting to the selected cells. 44. Control-7 display or hide grid lines in the worksheet. 45. Control-8 display or hide the outline symbols for the selected cells. 46. Control-9 hide the selected rows. 47. Control-Shift and apply an outline border to the selected cells. 48. Control-Shift remove an outline border from the selected cells. 49. Control-Shift insert cells, rows, or columns to the worksheet. 50. Control-Delete cells, rows, or columns from the worksheet.
51. Control-Apostrophe copy the formula from the cell above the active cell. 52. Control-Tilde display or hide the formulas in the worksheet. 53. Control-Forward/, select the current array, which can be a formula or a range of cells. 54. Control-Shift-U expand or collapse the formula bar. 55. Control-Shift-F3 create names from the row and column labels of the selected range. 56. Control-Shift-F6 switch to the previous workbook window. 57. Control-Shift-F12 print the current workbook. 58. Control-Shift-F2 save the current workbook. 59. Control-Shift-F7 open the thesaurus to find synonyms and antonyms. 60. Control-Shift-F10 display the shortcut menu for the selected item. 61. Control-Shift-F11 insert a new worksheet. 62. Control-Shift-F12 save the current workbook as a different file. 63. Control-Shift-Tab activate the previous workbook in the current Excel window. 64. Control-Shift-Home select all cells from the current cell to the beginning of the worksheet. 65. Control-Shift-N select all cells from the current cell to the last cell with content in the worksheet. 66. Control-Shift page up select the current and previous sheet in a workbook. 67. Control-Shift page down select the current and next sheet in a workbook. 68. Control-Shift F9 minimize the workbook window to an icon. 69. Control-Shift F10 maximize or restore the workbook window. 70. Control-Shift F11 insert a new worksheet at the end of the workbook. 71. Control-Shift F12 save the workbook. 72. Control-Shift F5 display the Go to dialog box. 73. Control-Shift F8 add another range of cells to the selection or select non-adjacent ranges. 74. Control-Shift F4 close the selected workbook window. 75. Control-Shift F7 extend the selection to include adjacent cells. 76. Control-Shift F5 restore the window size of the workbook. 77. Control-Shift F9 calculate all worksheets in all open workbooks. 78. Control-Shift F11 insert a new worksheet at the current position. 79. Control-Shift F3 create a name by using the names of row and column labels in the selected range. 80. Control-Shift F6 switch to the previous workbook window. 81. Control-Shift F8 add to the selection or select the entire worksheet. 82. Control-Shift F2 save the workbook. 83. Control-Shift F10 show the shortcut menu for a selected item. 84. Control-Shift F4 close the selected workbook window. 85. Control-Shift F9 minimize the workbook window to an icon. 86. Control-Shift F11 insert a new worksheet at the end of the workbook. 87. Control-Shift F7 extend the selection to include adjacent cells. 88. Control-Shift F12 save the workbook. 89. Control-Shift F5 display the Go to dialog box. 90. Control-Shift F8 add another range of cells to the selection or select non-adjacent ranges. 91. Control-Shift F3 define a name using the names of row and column labels in the selected range. 92. Control-Shift F9 calculate the active worksheet. 93. Control-Shift F6 switch to the next workbook window. 94. Control-Shift F10 show the shortcut menu for the selected item. 95. Control-Shift F4 close the active workbook window. 96. Control-Shift F1 hide or display the ribbon. 97. Control-Shift F5 restore the window size of the selected workbook. 98. Control-Shift F9 calculate all worksheets in all open workbooks. 99. Control-Shift F11 insert a new worksheet at the current position. 100. Control-Shift F3 create names by using the names of row and column labels in the selected range.